quick before we get to our final one here, I just want to say thank you to everyone who is still here. We're honoring folks who have achieved so much, and as we're getting to our fourth Lifetime Achievement Award, they still have much to give, but they've already done so much. But for you to hear their messages, I think it's a real testament. So again, thank you guys for hanging out here for the entire show. Our final Lifetime Achievement Award goes to JK47 JK Wyche. Internationally renowned 2022 Emmy Award winner, he harnesses his multiple talents as a keyboardist, beat creator, and DJ turntablist to produce music and provide collaboration for multiple local, regional, and worldwide artists, as well as teaching today's youth to appreciate their expression of unique talent. Born in the East End of Lexington, his passion for music and his discovery of his abilities began at the age of 4, creating unique sounds and rhythms while following influential artists such as The Art of Noise, Kraftwerk, and Yellow Magic Orchestra. His love for DJing and scratching came from the Grandmaster Flash and Grand Mixer DXT. JK began getting professional recognition for his music in 1995. Along with his first rap hip-hop group, he produced the Underground Players. To date, he has executive produced, mixed, and mastered over 100 albums and projects from areas such as Atlanta, Florida, California, New York, Canada, and France. In 2021, JK reached 1 million streams on Spotify from his hit remix song, Christmas Time Is Here, from his solo project, Lost and Found Volume 1. And also along with Divine Parama was the first hip-hop duo to perform with the Lexington Philharmonic String Quintet. JK has collaborated with the amazing Kentucky artists such as Corey Cross, Jessie Rose Pennington, Honeychild, Cunnilingus, and many more. Throughout his years, JK has also performed and met artists such as Shania Twain, DJ Kubert, DJ Graves, Ninth Wonder, The Executioners, Jurassic 5, Grandmaster Caz, and many more. When he isn't found performing at a multitude of regional events and venues, JK spends his time at his home studio creating and sharing fresh techniques and experiences with others, keeping his love of music innovative and ever-evolving. Ladies and gentlemen, JK47, also known as JK Wyche.
Appreciate it. Thank you. I appreciate y'all for real. My story is a little bit, not different, but I try not to talk about myself a lot. And people are like, oh, we want to hear more about you. I'm like, yeah, but there's more people involved in my life that I like to, give recognition to. So, the thing about me and music is, I was bullied a lot in elementary school. I was one of those kids that just wanted to go to school, keep quiet, didn't really socialize. People thought I looked different because I looked like a geek or a nerd. I talked about Nintendo and Atari a lot. Some kids were playing it and they were like, what's wrong with him? And then I remember I just kept listening to music. My mom listened to everything, to Chicago, to Zapp and Roger. And she would play it all the time and just say, this is the music I love. And I used to listen to the music she did. And over the years, of course, my favorite instrument is keyboard and synthesizers. And I remember when I was a little kid, I was born at the right time. I was born in 1979. And the reason why I love me being in the timeline that I'm in right now is it was the beginning of electro pop, 80s wave, hip hop, rap. It was like a brand new, it was overwhelming. If you go back to the 80s, there is so many one-hit songs. That list is huge. And one of the things that I had to teach myself as a kid, being at 5, 6, 7 years old, is instead of wanting to use my fist and use my mouth when I got bullied, I went home and listened to music. I went home and just played on my keyboard all the time. To the point I just was like Trick said it the best, it's your happy place, you zone out. It's what you start learning about yourself. As years went by, a lot of people were like, JK, he's weird, but his beats are nice. I'm like, okay, thank you, I guess. Well, we'll go ahead, you want to work with us? I'm like, okay. So over time, I was still quiet. Every time they performed, I didn't like performing with them. And so I just kept doing it over years. And over time, when I was 22, I started going through that hard mental state, depression, anxiety. And I never really told this story a lot. I remember it was 4 in the morning, and I was looking at myself in the mirror like, what are you going to do? And I had to use that energy that I did not like. And it was like a voice in my head that said, get on your music. Do not do anything else but music. Understand it in a totally different way than anybody else is doing musically. Didn't know what I was going to do. So over years, it was still a hard road, hard path. Because most people like to say, oh, this is my plan. Like my mind is, my first plan now, it's like I'm thinking of 25 different things. Because if one path don't work, I like going to another path. If that don't work, go to another path, go to another path. That's where you get growth. You're gonna hit obstacles and barriers that's gonna make you really upset. But you gotta be like, you know what? That didn't work, but if I step back and look at it, maybe, okay, let me understand this. Still was a quiet person. Went out, I'm still goofy. People like my energy. But then over time, I just did music in my house. When the pandemic hit, I remember, y'all remember that when the economy was shut down. That was hard for everybody. And I was one of the frontline workers. I was working at Amazon Prime 6 days a week. In every house that I went to, people came outside and said, thank you. Thank you for bringing that package all the way to me. I know what y'all going through. No, thank you. What is your name? What do you like to do? I had strangers and had beautiful conversations with each stranger. And over that time, I kept using that energy through 2020, kept going, didn't understand it. And then like my brother Divine said, when he hit me up about his daughter, that hit me. I had to pull over to the side and be like, I gotta like look out for just anybody going through it. And his energy and mine, the people that I worked with, the kids that I work with, we've had kids that got bullied. We've had kids that came up to us at times and said, we didn't want to live no more. That is the hardest thing to hear. A kid that wants to be creative and they're afraid how they're going to get looked at because they want to be creative. But being able to have that outlet and being able to continue with the community and say, look, this is the best thing to do. And the more that I just kept doing what I was doing, I didn't really promote my music. And in 2021, Spotify 1 million views. Didn't even know it. Divine had to tell me. I don't pay attention. I don't even look at my profiles. And then in 2022, me and Divine win an Emmy. I'm just sitting here like, you have to sit there and be like, sometimes things just come to you that's really deserving and is really appreciative. And the reason why I wanted to say this is because it wasn't just me. I have a room full of just memories, and everybody in the community, I love each and every one of y'all because even when I couldn't go through stuff, I had strangers hit me up on Facebook Messenger. Hey man, I seen you do a live show. Good job, keep doing it. I saw what you did with that kid, keep doing it. And that's what keeps me fueled. And I do like, don't get me wrong, I love this award. I really, really do. It's a great achievement. But being able to go through obstacles and having you all check on me when I was going through a lot, that's the most blessing I can ever give. So for this award, and I'm going to leave with this, there are some beautiful people that are no longer here with us that I want to say their name because they were part of my life as well. And that's DJ Don't Stop, Jahaz, Lee G, Bobby Harris, and my mother. Because from all of this, I'm going to continue my growth in life. Lee said it best, continue to learn. Thank you.
JK47, JK Wyche. And with that, we have come to the conclusion of the 10th annual Lexington Music Awards. David, do you want to come up? Or?
Absolutely.
All right, David McLean, the father of the Lexington Music Awards.
Thank you all for coming out. Thank you all for 10 years of support of the entire music community, from top to bottom, behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, on the stage, behind the stage. And I want to thank Bill for being with us here from day one. I want to thank Ed Mackey from the Lexington Passion Club for being with us from day one. Jenny from Botany Bay for being with us from day one. Angelique Feltner for keeping me out of trouble. And I will see you all at the after party at Goodwood. Have a great day.
y'all for coming.